interior was dated. You know, it wasn't, we're used to going to Vegas and everything. Even when you go to the rooms, you start to notice things are dated. Mm-hmm. I noticed it in the lobby. And my head was like, man, they need to, you gotta fix this. Okay, like what is going on?
Hi, welcome to the Modern Waiter Podcast. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter, where we discuss all things restaurant business, learn something, laugh at something. On today's episode, we talk about Danny's trip to Atlantic City. But first, the intro.
Tired of working deadbeat jobs for lame pay. I'm tired of getting fired and hired the same day. If you know the rules of the game.
As usual, I'm joined by my good friend Danny DeVilla.
What's up, people?
During our travels, we love to report on our services, our food experiences, our experiences in general. And if you enjoy our show, I know that the best way to do it is to like and subscribe. However you may be listening, we do appreciate it. It really helps other people find the content that you enjoy. And if you do enjoy the show, please pass it on to a friend.
The show.
And so, my man, you just went to Atlantic City.
I did. It was actually 2 different spots. So I stayed in AC for a day.
Okay.
And then I stayed in Asbury Park. And I'll tell you about the whole trip because it reflects on more of I saw what we don't see here in the summertime. Just reminiscences of how when I was a kid, and it was Asbury Park is a beach town about an hour north of AC.
Okay,
and we'll get into it, but it's very reminiscent of their season. I got to see their season in full swing.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Because I've experienced it up north, and the season there is incredible.
Yeah.
Everybody takes advantage of the season while they have it. Mm-hmm. Girls wear the skirts and the skins out.
Yes.
Men bear out whatever they got. But there's something in the air.
There's an energy.
Yes, there's an energy.
Absolutely.
If you're waterside, everybody brings their boat out that's been sheltered for the winter.
Yeah.
Then everybody's pools are still open.
Oh yeah.
And you go to the beach whenever you can. You go get ice cream on the boardwalk. So when you went, it was just purely Atlantic City for a day, then purely Asbury Park. You never went back to AC?
We flew back out of AC, so we went back on Sunday.
You went out on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. Thursday.
Early mid-afternoon. 3 o'clock, landed at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
enough time to get the hotel and everything.
Yeah, everything's organized, and it kind of flew in. Mm-hmm. One of the persons that was there got there early. He did some work and got all his stuff situated.
Okay.
We had somebody pick us up from the AC airport, which is the tiniest airport on the planet.
All right. So we're still at Fort Lauderdale Airport, which doesn't have many lounges.
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Did you just get on the plane,
No.
Or did you hang out?
I got
to
Fort Lauderdale.
Some drinks?
Yeah. We started off the trip. Actually, I called you.
Yeah. Okay.
I went through security. I spoke with you for a minute. And then right after I got off the phone with you, there was a bar right in front of me. I was waiting for my friends to get through security because
you had TSA pre-check.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and they were in a longer line. It took them 25 minutes. So I spoke to you for 10 minutes. And my head's okay, yeah, they'll be out by the time I'm done talking tomorrow. Yeah, they still weren't out. Okay. So I go and said there's a Casa Noble bar.
Okay.
Right there where you come out at. So I had a drink there while I was waiting for them. Actually, one of our favorites. They had apple juice.
Ah, so you started out the trip with the fave.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
That is such a good feeling when you're at the airport and you get your drink and you're like, I'm about to be on this plane for a couple of hours, nothing big.
Exactly.
Get up, get down.
It was sexy.
That is sexy time.
So they gave me, she offered me a double, so I went with the double because I was on vacation at that point in my mind.
How was the balance on that? Because sometimes if you make it a little
I should have went with
stiff,
a single.
Yeah.
I should have definitely went with a single, but it was a one and done kind of thing.
Okay.
But it was definitely stronger. I should have had her add a little more after I got down to it, but.
Yeah, because you might as well get, it's a delicate balance, that tequila and
totally
apple juice. For those of you who have been listening, we love Blanco tequila and apple juice, but the apple juice has to be the right apple juice. There's one, maybe two, not maybe, there are 1 or 2 apple juices that do work, and there's another one that can work.
Yeah.
The rest is not happening.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now you only had the one stiff drink, and then you guys caught up?
Yeah, they came through. Mm-hmm. They had a drink with me as well, and then we got on the plane pretty much.
Okay.
We went on Spirit because it's the only thing that flies in AC.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so we get on the plane, And the ride was smooth.
How was the
problem.
service?
Service was, I didn't really need anything.
Okay.
They don't. There's not much service when it comes to Spirit unless you're buying it.
And there's not much service in general anymore. Things have been
Absolutely.
kind of like gone sideways, it feels like.
They weren't rude. It was a nice, easy flight. It was very chilled. They did their job 100%, but there just was nothing, I wasn't buying anything and I already had a drink and I was good. You know what I mean? So
I had my first experience with Spirit going to Vegas a long time ago.
Did we do? No, I think we came back on Spirit, didn't we?
Okay, it was back.
Yeah.
Yes, you were right.
Yeah,
and it was not good. But hey, since then I've flown Spirit maybe one other time, and it was perfectly fine. Actually, twice.
We flew it to Vegas when we had an issue with another airline.
Yes,
and it was perfect.
It was to and fro.
Yeah,
and it was perfect.
It was perfect.
No problem. Left on time.
Yeah,
and so it may get a bad rap, but I won't let that one.
Yeah, that one experience, and it's not like it's just a plane, you know what I mean? In the end, but it's
just utilitarian.
Yes, that's all it is. It's very, it's not the best seats. It's not it's a point A to point B plane, and they're usually on time.
Yes.
Okay. They haven't had any issues with them ever taking off.
Okay.
We'll talk about something in the end. We had an issue on the way back, but it wasn't nothing to do with the takeoff.
All right. Now,
so we land in AC, and
okay.
then my boy Ryan, it's his bachelor party, and he's like, "Yeah, Danny, this airport has probably 6 terminals. Okay, it had 10, but still,
yeah.
You're talking it might as well have been a municipal airport.
And when you say 10, you mean gates?
10 gates.
Okay, yeah,
like in the entire airport.
You said 10 terminals.
Yeah, 10 gates. My bad.
Okay, yeah,
10 gates. Period.
Yeah,
that's
small.
tiny.
You're looking at them.
Yeah.
You look around.
There's one bar/restaurant. Okay. There's one bar/restaurant. There's 2 bathrooms. Mm-hmm. Okay, and there is a like the normal where you get like your water and stuff from.
Okay. And
a Dunkin' Donuts, and maybe there was one other store, and that was it.
So then I can only imagine that don't have TSA pre-check.
It did.
Imagine that.
It did. But that gets to, we'll talk about that on the way out.
Okay.
It was different. So we get in. It was easy. We leave. There's no problem. Mm-hmm. It was kind of weird. You go through this one door on the way out the airport, and we were kind of just sitting there, and they had a camera on us. I'm like, why are we sitting here? Open the door. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through ones where it opens and closes. Like, I don't know if they're doing like a scent test or whatever. I've seen it in Dulles.
Yeah.
Where it opens and closes right away, but it closes behind you. So it's closed for a half a second, and then it opens up. This looked like it was the same idea, but it was closed for like 30 seconds. It was so weird. We thought we did something wrong.
Oh, wow. You're like, am I being detained?
Yeah, right? And then we get out, and his boy is there. Picks us up from the airport. We go into AC. I'm staying at Harrah's, which is not on the boardwalk. It's a little bit off strip. It's one of the newer properties. There's a few there's the Borgata, there's Harrah's, and there's an MGM right all next to each other.
Okay, where did they stay?
Well, they stayed at the Trop, which is one of the older casinos.
And is that on the boardwalk?
That's on the boardwalk, right next to, not far from Caesars. Mm-hmm. And AC is an older looking city.
Oh, it was old back when I went many years ago.
It looks older. You know what I mean? You're like, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that. In my mind, when I was planning to go to AC, I was like, okay, it's just going to be a smaller scale of Vegas.
Yeah.
It was like old Vegas, but like
older.
Yeah, man. Like almost dingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
So we get into the, they're staying at the Tropicana. They're staying at the Trop, right? Mm-hmm. I was thinking about Flamingo for some reason, but it wasn't.
And now how long is your hotel? Like, do you walk or do you ride to the Strip from your hotel?
It was literally probably a 7-minute Uber.
Okay.
So not bad. It was like $10 for the Uber.
Okay.
Which was fine. It was you go through the street and there's like some tunnel and it takes you right to my hotel pretty much.
All right. So it's Thursday night?
Thursday night.
Or Thursday evening?
Thursday evening, like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
This is like you checked in and then
they're checked in.
Out.
I didn't go to my hotel yet.
Oh, so you came in hot.
I came in hot and went with them because I only had a backpack.
Okay.
We're riding Spirit, so you're riding light anyways.
Oh.
I only had a backpack, so I didn't need to do much. But his boys meet us, and we have the full arsenal, like a handle of Tito's. They got us some tequila. He got me some apple juice.
Oh, nice.
Like, we come in strong. So I start mixing up drinks. I make a tequila apple juice for everybody. Let them try it. One person tries, like, oh, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
So I made a whole round for everybody. And then I took a bottle of water, filled it up, drank it, filled it up for vodka because Phil had a suite. One of my boys had a suite.
Boom.
And it was dope. The suite was dope.
Yeah.
The rooms weren't bad. They were, they were fine, but the suite was 2 levels.
What?
Yes.
That's a palace.
It would look, it had this massive bay window. It was gorgeous.
Okay.
Really nice. You come in and had like a little living area, not a kitchen, but it had it looked like it had a kitchen looking area. Like you could have easily had a kitchen there, but they just didn't put it in.
Yeah.
But it had, like the normal ice machine, coffee maker, blah, blah, blah. And then, so it had like a whole little living area right there. Then it had then you walk in and there's the living room and there's these beautiful big bay windows. You're probably talking like 20, 30 feet high.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a nice spot.
And then then there was like a wraparound staircase. Goes upstairs to the suite. It's like a loft style suite, so it overlooks the living area down there with the couch and everything else on it.
Okay, so
2 bathrooms.
How many people are staying in this suite?
He's by himself. He's savage.
He's like, nah, guys.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'll be right here.
It's my first time in AC. I'm doing it real big for myself.
Good for him.
So we have drinks there, and then we go down. Now, at this hotel, what I noticed when the first thing I noticed, it was the interior was dated. It had.
Okay.
It wasn't. We're used to going to Vegas and everything. Even when you go to the rooms, you start to notice things are dated. Mm-hmm. I noticed it in the lobby, and my head was like, man, they need to. Yeah, you gotta fix this. Okay, like what is going on? You know what I mean? You really gotta fix this.
Did they get the old large back TV still?
Yeah, no, thank God. Okay, but in my head was like, you gotta fix this. You know what I mean? Like, what is? I mean, at least pressure wash and make it do something.
Yeah.
Okay, you make enough money. I mean, I get it. This might not be This might not be Caesar's Palace in Vegas, but at the same time, you got to make it look pretty for the guests.
Yeah, for sure.
We go and we gamble a little bit. Everybody comes in hot. They want to gamble. We're having some drinks. We leave Phil's house. We go gamble for a second. And we have a reservation at Carmine's.
Okay.
Great restaurant.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Family style.
Okay.
The reservation's at 8. We're there at 7:55, right? Mm-hmm. And we ended up waiting.
It
was 8 top.
How long?
Like 25 minutes though.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay.
And saw a couple parties going before us. Not like I wasn't mad about it, but in my head was like, I could have had a drink in my hand, something like that. At this point,
True.
We left.
You want to be under 15 minutes for a reservation.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean
and this is still Thursday.
This is still Thursday night. So we go in. We finally get set, which is when waitress was great, really nice, Jersey kind of girl, cute, and. They walk us in. We sit down. Like I said, it's family style, so we had a bigger table. Yeah. It could have easily set 12, but it was only 8 of us. And we look at the menu, but there's not really a menu. The only thing on the table is a wine list. So I had to ask for a menu. They had the thing where you could take the.
They had the QR code.
Yeah,
they had the QR code.
It hurt me a little bit.
They had the QR code, bro.
But what was good was because everything's family style. They had the menu and it was massive on the wall.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, like you could look up from where we're sitting at. You could look up. There was a bar, and you could see the menu, and it was big.
Yeah, I just don't want to be on my phone.
Yes,
looking at this menu.
No, they still and they had a physical one, which I made them bring us.
Okay,
they only brought one, but who cares? Because we just had to pick. You know
That's
what I mean?
fine. Yeah.
So you how it works is you pick your courses, and everything comes out family style. So we picked a couple of appetizers. We picked a couple of pastas. We did so for the appetizers we did calamari and. Stuffed mushrooms.
Okay.
For the entrees, we did a penne. For the pastas, we did a penne alla vodka and lasagna. And then for the protein, we did a veal marsala and a chicken parm.
All right.
Everything came out. It was great. Comes out nice and clean and. We start with the appetizers. They're great. Big family style plate. The mushrooms. You're good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all shared that. We probably could have got it. The calamari was really big. The mushrooms were there's only like 8 or 9, which I felt like we could have had more if you're doing it like that.
Gotcha.
No big deal though. It was still full enough. Then they bring out the next course. We got drinks. Everybody got drinks, and it didn't take long. They do the whole water. They do the water service. Then they do the drinks. Cool.
So she had help?
No. I mean, yeah, there was like a little back waiter, I guess.
Okay.
But nothing crazy. That one person just filled up the water. It might have been a busser. But besides that, they bring bread and all that normal stuff.
She handled all of it.
Yeah. Okay. And then we got into the entrees and we passed them around, and it was great. It was an amazing family style meal. The chicken parm was amazing, Marlon. It was spot on.
Nice.
Fantastic. So that meal went great, and that was all we had there. I would say it was definitely the best meal of the trip too.
Oh, that's a nice primer.
Yeah.
So now take me to that was dinner.
Thursday. Yeah.
So it's dinner Thursday, first night.
Yeah.
It went well.
It went great.
How'd you guys handle the check?
Oh, we split it up nice and even.
Okay.
Yeah. No qualms. Just we all picked. It was a round number. Make sure she got a good tip and called it a day.
Okay.
Then we went out, had a good time at his nightclub. It was themed by decades.
Okay.
So it was 90s night that night. So it was perfectly up my vibe. It was 90s and 2000s, so it had a great vibe of music. It was awesome. It was like a hip hop. It had a hip hop feeling to it. It was great.
Yeah.
And then now it's like 2:00. So I leave them and I go check into my hotel at 2 a.m. Okay. I get there, like I said, it's only like a $10 Uber. It's a whole different world. I walk into Harris, it smells like Vegas, baby. It's clean. It's fresh. It's exactly what I expect in a casino.
It's a new property.
Yes, it's exactly what I expect in a casino. I go in, I check in, process really simple, go upstairs. The room is beautiful. Up to date, even newer than the one in Harris that we go to in Vegas.
Nice.
Fresh. It was dope.
I love it.
Yeah. I run downstairs real quick. There's one spot open for food. I get a little turkey club sandwich because I've been drinking.
Okay.
Ate, hit the table, lost a little bit more money, went to bed. Next day we wake up, we take the trip up to we're headed up to Asbury.
Okay.
My boy Phil, he wants to go to this place called the Parker House. It's on the way. It's only probably like 10 minutes from where we're staying at. We got an Airbnb.
And what is Parker's?
Parker House is just like, it's a restaurant.
Okay.
It's an old house.
Are you doing breakfast or lunch for your first meal?
It's lunch. Because we like I got up at like 10:30. Mm-hmm. I slept in as much as I could. Took a shower. They met me downstairs. They picked me up. We went on the road.
Boom.
We head up. We meet them at Parker House because we had a few cars at this point because there's a few people down there. There's like 6 of us total. So 3 of the friends had lived in Jersey or
even better.
Yeah. So now they had to drive about an hour, but they all lived relative. You know what I mean? So they came down to AC, spent the night with us, and then we all went up together. Mm-hmm. We head to the Parker House, and we can't find them. Right? We're like, where the hell are they at? And they're like nowhere to be found. So we get a table. Then we find out they're at the back bar. So we eat. They had a great lunch. Mm-hmm. The spot was dope. It's a block off the ocean. So it's not oceanfront. It's probably one street over. But we're on the patio. It's a beautiful day out. We eat. We have cocktails. We're a little hungover, so Phil comes over and orders some wings, and the wings immediately bring me back to normal.
Nice.
Like just one bite.
Bounce you out.
Yes. I was like, oh, I need it that way.
Were you hurting?
I wasn't hurting, but I was feeling it.
Okay.
Not hurting yet.
Okay.
We finished up the meal there. The whole trip, it was even check.
Okay.
It didn't matter what anybody ordered. We just split it down. We just by people. It was just easier that way.
Easiest way to go.
So then we go around. Phil shows me the back, and we had in my head like, oh, we should ate over here. So on the back side, they had like a raw bar where they did steamed lobster for like a full steamed lobster for $19.
What? Never heard of such a thing.
$3 hamburgers, but they were like sliders and stuff.
Okay.
Just little like hand food and stuff, and it was dope. I was like, man. We spent a good. Not crazy, but
yeah,
it was more
than the wrong side.
Yeah, exactly. They had drink specials and everything, yo.
Oh man!
So I grabbed a drink with Phil, and then we slide out. And now Asbury, because this is not Belmar. Parker House is like 2 towns south. Before you get to,
so you haven't gotten to.
We haven't got to the spot yet.
Okay.
Because now it's like I said, because we can't check until 3, so we're puttering up.
All right. So now. Let's take it to where we get to. This is now Friday.
Yeah.
What's your Friday night dinner like?
So we didn't really do dinner on Friday because we did a bar crawl. We played drinking golf.
What?
Yeah. So the idea of the golf, and again, so we're drinking, okay, and each drink has a par.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was like played nine holes, so 9 drinks. Some were like car bombs, some were shots, some were, and each drink had a par, so how many sips?
And each person had the same, like different pars? Or?
No, the par was the same for every drink had the same amount of par. And, but if you smashed a drink, it was 1 stroke. Now, if you just took a sip like this, that's a stroke. You understand? So
I get it, but holy cow, aren't we too old for these things?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't my invention. It wasn't my bachelor party, so I just went with the brave.
All right. Now you're doing a bar crawl, and is everyone drinking the same drink at the same time,
Yes.
or you can hop around?
No, everyone's drinking the same drink at the same time.
Kind of like you're on the same hole at the same time.
Yeah, everybody's on the
Okay.
same hole at the same time.
How did this end up?
Oh my God! So we end up getting pretty much smashed, right? We eat, but we just get pizza because it was easy. You know what I mean?
All right.
And
So you get New Jersey pizza.
pizza
in Asbury.
Yes.
Okay.
So we get some pizza, and it was good. The first, pizza was good. We needed it. We're a little drunk, so then we head out. So but we did split up a little bit. We started we did the first drink at 2:00.
Okay.
And then by the last drink it was 10:00. So it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? But we were all over, and people were drinking while we were at spots, on top of the hole. Mm-hmm. So you can have a drink there if you wanted to. So we finally get to the end of it, and I think the last drink was a car bomb. Yeah. Now
That's easy though.
Yeah. Well, it is, but we're also 15 drinks in at this point.
Yeah.
So we finished the car bomb, and it was a tie for first between Phil and this other guy, and they all had one. They all smashed every drink in one drink in one stroke.
Oh, that's
dangerous.
That's dangerous.
We had to break the tie, so they had to smash a Miller Lite. They do that. It's then we all go out and party, and we get obliterated. We get home at 2:00. Now it's Saturday, and now we're all broken. Broken. We are broken on Saturday. Yeah. We wake up Saturday morning, and we are all hurting. I mean,
of course.
Yeah, we just had a massive night.
Yes.
But on Saturday, we had a reservation at a spot, and we could talk about that spot.
So now this is so did you do breakfast on Saturday?
Saturday we did breakfast sandwiches from a deli.
Okay.
A local deli, which was great.
Did you basically order it in, or you went out and got
it? We all got it to go. And it was great. I mean, just the normal. I had bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, quality, kind of reminiscent like how we did the Permani days back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, solid.
I love the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh,
man.
you can't go wrong.
You got to get the croissant, though.
Yeah, so they all got pork rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the Jersey thing in them. They were very, they had to go old Jersey.
But for breakfast?
Yeah. Egg and cheese, pork rolls, whatever. I was like,
okay.
I go, you like your Spam on your sandwich? I kept messing on the whole time. Everybody kind of just rest. We're resting because I knew we needed to. We had to go out again, and we had a dinner reservation at 6:30 at this spot called Taka. It's a Japanese spot, so sushi and sushi and very similar to our Tocado here.
Okay, yeah, nice. I like that.
Yeah, so we go out. So now we just kind of veg out all day.
Okay.
We go out, and the poor bachelor man is broken, yo. He's probably eating nothing. Okay, he's hurting. He's finished.
Plus, he's on the lighter side.
Yes. So it hurt him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot, especially when you're the focal point.
Yeah.
I can only imagine as a bachelor, he's all in.
Yeah.
He can't be on the sideline.
No.
Now take me to dinner.
Yes. So we arrive at 6:30, and it's a nice spot.
So you had reservations.
Reservation, very clean, and we're looking at the menu. We order a few apps, but nothing crazy. I think we got 3 apps, maybe 4. I got us a sushi roll. They had some kind of chicken. We got some scallops and something else.
How was the service?
The service was good.
Okay.
The service was chill. It was it could have been a little she didn't time it right, but she wasn't bad.
Well, from what I noticed with Asian places, a lot of times the timing is just not what we're used to.
Yeah. No, and I'm not talking about for the food or anything.
Okay.
She wasn't bad. She did everything she was supposed to do. I just felt it could have went a little more easier and flawlessly.
Gotcha.
She kind of rushed us in the beginning, even though we were like, yo, we're going to get some drinks, we're going to get some apps, and then
figure it out from there.
and then we had to tell her 2 or 3 times. Which was fine.
All right.
So the apps come, they're great. The food is good. It's fine. It's not, like I said, it wasn't my best food experience on the trip, but it wasn't bad by any means.
Okay. Were you hungry after?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, I didn't even eat all my food. Wow. Yeah, we ate apps. I got a short rib, and it was good. I ended up taking half of it home with me.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we, and the service was fine. Like we said, when we split the check, like we happened the whole trip. Nothing crazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It sounds perfect. It sounds like like a regular boys trip that we take. We don't quibble. We don't worry about it.
There was no fighting over anything.
Yes.
So now we get back to the house and we're like, there's a spot that they wanted to show me the whole trip. We were planning on going on Saturday and they were just all kind of hurting. Mm-hmm. So me and Phil ended up going.
Okay.
And I was still, I wasn't 100%.
When you say spot, like
it was a bar.
Okay.
But this is where I saw what their season's like. Yes.
Is this place on the water at all?
It's right off the beach. You can see the beach from there. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like how our beach is at, where there's a street in between, but it's on the, but the water's still.
So it's Saturday night. Packed.
Nuts. Line out the door
to get in.
Okay.
Did you stand on line?
Yeah. It moved.
Okay.
We weren't going to stay in a line.
Okay.
But the spot was one town down in this town called Belmar, so it was a $10 Uber. So we already Ubered there. So we were like, we at least got to check it out.
Okay.
We need to see what the hype's about. You know what I mean?
And what time is this?
This is prime time. We didn't leave. It's like 11:30.
So just you and Phil.
Just you and Phil. Me and Phil.
So the other four are
at home watching movies.
Oh, wow.
Date night.
Okay. That could have been me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we get in there and we go through the line. The line, like I said, it was moving, but it was long. It had 3 stages. So there was a stage that was almost in the it looked like a garage, like a parking lot.
Wait. You went on a Disney ride.
It was.
So like when you go on the outside and then you go on the thing, but you're not anywhere yet.
Yes.
And then you go on nothing.
Yo, it was in 3 just like that.
That's nuts.
Okay, but it was moving, which I didn't mind. So like I said, the whole line took like 10 minutes, which was fine. Mm-hmm. We get inside. It's nuts crowded. Like, you wouldn't even like it crowded. Okay. But it is.
Club-like?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a DJ playing, but the vibe was just
live.
Amazing.
Do you get the sense that place is open all year round?
It's
or
not.
Probably yeah.
It's a seasonal spot. They're open 5 days a week. And Marlon, when I tell you, it was $20 at the door, right? There was easily over 2,000 people in there. So we're talking $40,000 just off the door. Okay.
I get it. There was a place in Buffalo like that only opened in the summertime, made their whole nut in that space, and the bartenders would clean up.
Yes, and then it's cash only inside.
Ooh.
Yes, for all the drinks was cash only.
What?
Yo, murder game.
That is what restaurants dream of.
Yo, murder game.
How did you guys navigate that? Did you have cash?
Yeah, we had cash on us. We had,
but did you know ahead of time?
We didn't.
So you could have been stuck.
Oh yeah, I had cash for the trip because I just wanted to make sure I had cash on me.
Okay.
I didn't know how I was going to play out in Jersey, so I just had cash for me, so I always knew it was easier.
You know what? If you weren't in a gambling town, you could have been stuck.
Oh, for sure.
Because when you go gamble, you're gonna have cash.
Cash, yeah.
So take me home. You got 2 things to tell me about. You got the Spirit Return thing, and then Sunday. How'd you parlay that?
Okay, so Sunday we wake up, we do breakfast. Mm-hmm. We do breakfast in Asbury. Found another little chill diner. Had a great breakfast.
Love the diner.
Yeah, you got to. Had a great breakfast. The Bachelor starts to feel better. He's eating now and stuff. He can hold stuff down. We stop on the way, get some cannolis and some cookies for the family for him. On the way down, we take the trip down to back to Atlantic City.
Okay.
Actually, and we stop at we do one more stop back at Parker House. Phil loves it there. He calls it the Parker House.
Of course.
Yeah.
You had good food.
Yeah. So we stop in there, have a round of drinks, and then we head down all the way. We get there like 2:30-ish, maybe 3. Mm-hmm. We pull into the airport, super small airport, right? It's a bunch of cops outside. We're like, oh, whatever, who cares? We pull in, and we walk in, and I'm like, oh, okay, our flight's not till 5. And so we're like, bad, we'll just hang out at the airport and chill for a little bit. We walk in, there's a line. So security, they went through, I always, I print out my paper, right? Because I like to have the TSA. So when I see the line, it has like the 2 things, right? And then my line is a 1-person line, but it says TSA pre-check. Okay. And I'm the only person in the line, okay? Because there's only like 4 people on the other line. So they go through security normally, right? I go through and the guy gives me a piece of paper that says I have TSA pre-check.
Okay.
So all I have to do is, so everybody else is taking off their shoes, doing the whole normal gauntlet. And they have like a separate one. There's 2 things. There's one like the thing that you always go through at all big airports. And then there's the one that's like we always go through. But they only have 2 options, 1 and 1. I slide right through, and I'm like, they got through really fast as well, but So we get through, but it was crazy. I was like, yo, this is nuts.
That's nuts.
So I had to show my little piece of paper that said it had a little stamp that said TSA pre-check with a date on it.
I'm surprised that they had that because the smaller airports
don't have it.
And so I'm surprised that a tiny airport would have it.
Yeah. And then so we go to this little spot, get some food and a drink. We hop on the plane. Plane rides right on time. We get home. So we land, okay? And, you know, I took a nice trip home. We're almost done. We land. I end up we landed, and they had no spot for us.
Oh.
Sit on the plane for an extra hour. Before we deboard. In Fort Lauderdale. We landed at 8:37. I got off the plane at 9:33.
After you've been drinking yourself crusty all weekend.
Yeah, man.
All you want to do is get home.
Loud kids, people complaining. They're like, well, we can't move if the kids are running around and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. It was the last hour was a complete nightmare.
Oh, man.
Get home. I didn't even complain about it, but everybody else was complaining. So I was like, they're complaining for me, so I'm fine in my head. But, you know what I mean? So we get off. We get home, and that was a trip. Great trip. Yeah, man. Good times.
Speaking of trips, we have one coming up.
We're going to Nashville.
And we want to know if there's a possibility of any listeners in Nashville.
Yeah, any of our Nashville listeners reach out.
You up. We're not going to guarantee that we'll form a show around you, but that's how it starts.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, let's link up. Let's see what's going on. Show us the town. Maybe we can just link up and have a drink.
That's very possible, but we always like to record whenever we go and travel. That's the whole point of this thing. So
absolutely.
Let us know if you're a Nashville listener, and we'll come through because we're coming through downtown Nashville.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. I'm Marlon Joseph, the Modern Waiter.
I'm Danny DeVillen. Subscribe, people.
We'll see you next time.
Later.
I roll up in my private jet, VSOP gets me down. I'm running through the town, spending money like I flip pounds. I'm hearing sounds of screaming honeys coming around. They want to clown, but I gotta make them all frown because my down.